Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have from introduced in 1950, Kentucky Beau. I bought this at Bonita Liquor Store in Meridian, Mississippi, on Mississippi State Highway 19, right off of the interstate. $6.49 plus tax. All right, never seen it in Louisiana, so I don't think it is sold in Louisiana. The competitor is Gran Legacy. Gran Legacy blended whiskey, no age statement, no blend ratio. It says blended whiskey with natural flavorings. Doesn't mean much because most blended American and Canadian blended whiskeys have natural flavorings of some sort. Natural could be rum. I think in the United States it's mostly blending sherry. Blending sherry, true story. This was introduced in 2006. Okay, so Gran Legacy was introduced in 2006 for CVS pharmacies. Yeah, if you live in a liberal state like Louisiana, we're liberal in the sense that there's not a lot of regulations relative to other states that allow liquor sales at grocery stores or pharmacies. You can get this. It's right on the shelf. It's not a special. You got to ask for somebody to get it from behind the counter. It's right on the shelf. Gran Legacy at CVS Pharmacy, produced by Sazerac Company in Kentucky for CVS. Of course, it doesn't say Sazerac. It says the Legacy Distilling Company, Louisville, Kentucky. That's not a real company. It's one of those alias names. Same story here. Kentucky Beau Distilling Company, Bardstown, Kentucky, and Bardstown, Kentucky. It's Heaven Hill. Okay, that's who it is. There's no website listing except in the product specifications they'll list it, but that's it. I think I'll be able to tell them apart because although I've gotten it wrong twice now, I've gotten it wrong twice with Kentucky Beau, so it can be very similar to the others, more similar than you at first believe. But I don't think I'll get it wrong this morning because the Gran Legacy is so strange. Like, I think there's no age statement, so that means it's aged at least 4 years. It seems to have an abundance of blending sherry. Now, I think, and I'm almost certain of this, that the U.S. government does not allow more than, the government allows up to 2% per volume of blending sherry in the whiskey. So it can be up to 2% blending sherry. They must go all the way to the top, and it could be a strong sherry, strong. So it gives it that strange flavor. I mean, 2% is 2%, right? But it could be maybe some of the blending sherries have a very light flavor. Just add a little touch to the whiskey. This one has a strong, bold flavor, I think. Now, appearance. The Gran Legacy is slightly darker, more chestnut, and this is more into the amber, you see. But it's not a great difference. It isn't a great difference, but there is a difference. There is a difference. Price. Kentucky Beau is an 80-20 blend ratio, 80% grain spirits, just like unaged grain whiskey. Or you could keep distilling it, and make vodka. But they just distill it, columns distilled, corn, alcohol, what is that, ethanol? And they can send it to Shell oil, right? Put it in the gasoline. So it can ruin your lawnmower like it did mine. Or they can take it and make it a blend. 80% column still grain alcohol, 20% straight whiskey. Maybe add the blending sherry, which they don't have to put the percentage, age it for 3 years like Kentucky Beau, and then sell it. And you say, wow, it's so cheap, $6.49. Yeah, that's right. They do the same thing in Canada and Scotland, Ireland, blended whiskey. Mostly it's grain whiskey, they call it over there, grain alcohol, and the flavors. They'll tell you that on the website, J&B website, Johnny Walker. It'll tell you that the flavor is coming from that single malt, the malt whiskey. The flavor here is coming from the malt whiskey, or it could be bourbon, which is corn whiskey, mostly corn whiskey. All right. You can make whiskey out of any grain you want to in America, but you just gotta, there's just different categories thereof. You know what I'm saying? If it's 51% corn and you age it for at least 2 years in a new, never before used charred oak barrel, then you got bourbon, straight bourbon. Doesn't have to be a new barrel. You could just call it whiskey. You can go to Walmart here, because we have whiskey at Walmart, and there's one brand after the other that does say whiskey or blended. Could be straight or blended, whatever. But it's not bourbon because it's not a new barrel. But anyway, these are not bourbons. They utilize bourbon. Okay. Gran Legacy was $10.99 for the 1,750 milliliter bottle. Is that the cheapest price you can get for whiskey in America? No, it isn't. Because I can go up the highway. I can go up the highway a few blocks, go to Walmart, and they've got Canadian blended whiskey caliber for $9.96 for 1,750 milliliters. $9.96. True story. Yeah, plastic jug. Yeah, it's okay. It's actually not bad. Actually, this Gran Legacy is okay. The caliber can go toe to toe with most of your other Canadian blended whiskeys. So why pay more? I wouldn't. You could always pour it into a glass jug. Just save the glass jug, you know, glass handle bottle. All right, on with the taste challenge. Very flat in the aroma. I don't mean the whiskey went flat. That wouldn't happen. It's just basic. That's what these are. They're basic. It's just basic, like little bit of grain, like cornbread, maybe some oak wood, but that, and some char, but it's so subtle. Or if you want to call it bland, probably be a better adjective to use. It's just basic. I mean, I don't know what to tell you except that is basic. Okay, over here. Same, just denuded. It's just, there's not a lot of action with these. If you're not picky, like you might say, oh, I don't like to spend a lot of money. I want it the cheapest I can get. I'm mixing it with Fanta, cola, and I'm eating a Morton's pot pie that I got out the toaster oven. Okay. I think at that level, these will work fine. You don't ask for much. You're not going to get much. Apparently, people buy them. I see them at the store, right? People buy them. They probably don't do this. They don't do taste challenges. I'm probably the only one doing Do you see other people doing taste challenges on YouTube? I do see that. Very rarely. Very rarely. I do see blind ones, taste challenges. It's also extremely rare. But they're not doing this kind of junk, if you want to call it that, stuff, product. They're doing like straight bourbon, you know, single malt scotch, more credible stuff, you know, which I intend to do down the road. So it's just, you don't see a lot of blind taste tests. All right. And you're not going to see it except for these. And you might say, why are you doing that to yourself? You know, I don't mind. Doesn't matter. Okay. Taste time. So on aroma, I really don't know. On aroma, I can't say. Except that might be Kentucky Beau, but it's too difficult. Tonight, 7 Eastern, I'm planning to do a rum taste challenge. Ron Pontalba, probably the least enjoyable rum I've gotten so far. No, what am I saying? Ron Rio is the least enjoyable. Ron Pontalba is a gold standard compared to Ron Rio. Never mind. It's the least enjoyable of the non-rancid taster ones I've tried. Versus Appleton Estate. That'll be a laugh, a joke, a farce. There'd be no kind of competition. Don't even bother with it. But it'll be interesting because James P. Madonna's got, I think, Black Cat rum, which I'd like to find. And he's all wound up about this coronavirus, COVID-19 hysteria. So he's ready to roll. I mean, he's agitated to the hilt. Not to say I'm not, I am, but I think he's just going to unleash like a tirade of anger or something, you know. And they were talking on Wildcard Wednesday last night. Alex was saying, I might join. They were saying, watch it, Alex, watch it. He's going to be aggressive. Well, I said, I'm not even worried about that. You know, why should you worry about that? I rant and rave about things. I told Alex, join up. Anybody can join up. All right, the taste. It's kind of like some mint, like menthol mint. I know they don't use mint, but strange. Better than I thought it was going to be. All right, taste over here. See, that's got more of that wood and oak. I bet you. How could I could never win the bet because there's no way to prove it. They're never going to tell you what they're using. But I got a feeling, like Paul McCartney said, a feeling down inside. Oh, yeah, that they're using oak extract, like they're using Triple Crown to make it taste woodier than it really is. You say they're cheating. Yeah, they're cheating. When you buy something for $10.99 and it's that huge of a bottle, you can figure there's a lot of cheating going on. Oh, a Chihuahua. The main flavor, though, aside from all these little attributes I'm giving, is a little blending sherry, perhaps. I've been sipping on that cocktail sherry every day. Fairbanks, boy, you can't sip on that too fast. Oh, wow, it's 17% starting off. And it's so, like, kind of strong in the flavor, like about 2 ounces that is about all you can tolerate a day. So if I'm eating lunch, I sip on 2 ounces of it. And then, you know, water. Oh, that cocktail sherry is, and this is kind of like that too. You like grain alcohol? This is it. Woo! Oh, man. Let's go over here. That's got to be Kentucky Beau. You know why? Kentucky Beau is so much of a corn show. Kentucky Beau is the cornbread show. Now, I like cornbread. I like hush puppies. What do you want, Junior? Hush puppies, Daddy. We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that crap. Okay. I said I like cornbread and I like hush puppies, but I didn't say I'd want to drink them. You know what I'm saying? I like corn, but I wouldn't want to drink like corn puree, you know? So this is kind of like that, but it's 40% alcohol. Oh, wow. Hey, little whiskey, I want to be your boyfriend. Somebody might sing that, you know, Kentucky Beau is like a French word. Well, Kentucky is a word, right? But beau, like a boyfriend in French. Like Beau. You hear people call Beau, like Beau and Luke, Beau. And the woman might say, that's my beau. They say that in the old days. You hear these old country shows like, hey, Emmeline, where's your beau? He's coming on back from Ike's store. Okay, that kind of thing. Nobody really uses those terms anymore. They say my boo. That might come from that. I don't know. Boo. To me, boo is a ghost. Or if people ride motorbikes, they might say, that's my old lady. Or if they like from lower middle class, they might say that's my main squeeze or something. I don't know. I don't know what kind of idioms people use. Okay. Now, which of these would I rather have? I wouldn't rather have either one, but if I, for some bizarre reason, was pressed to have them, and I hope that's never the case, I guess grit my teeth. Metalhead 1990 says, haha, right. Joe Biden's interest says the old ball and chain. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Man. I guess I'd rather have the Gran Legacy just because of that strange, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know it's there, but you don't know what it is. It's like some distinctive flavor. You say, is it raisin? It's not raisin. Is it prune? It's not. Is it, it's something. Cream sherry. I don't know what it is. It's just there. You know it. It's like unusual. It's strange, odd, peculiar, weird. It does kind of set it off from the norm. Deviate from the norm. Would I recommend either one of these? Well, I would recommend them in context. In other words, if you're like me, oh, my nose, uh-oh. Better cancel everything. I wouldn't recommend these in a normal sense because I have enough sense to know better. But I would recommend them in a context. The context being you want to try something strange and you don't even care. Yeah, you could do that. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad. You wouldn't get much out of it, but you might just say, I like to try weird stuff, And then go ahead. But on the real, as we used to say back in the late 90s, on the real, actually, I never used to say that. But anyway, I guess it's okay. It won't like hurt you. It's not gonna get you so traumatized that you can't carry out your life, Oh no, Ron is contagious. Lock him down, So yeah, you might catch bad sinuses, Oh yeah, I didn't tell which is which. A lot of people get jealous. They're talking about me. But that's just because they haven't got a thing to say. I believe that. Yep. Goes to show you. I got it wrong. Ha ha, yeah, mama monkey. Baba Booey. I don't know what to do. Where do I go? Who do I turn to? Baba Booey. I got it wrong. People. That says that does not say KB. This says KB. Well, you little rat. How dare you do this? Well, I'm going to be true to myself and I will never fall because I think I got to take the risk. I go live on the air and I'm all talking and I'm being, You gotta be me. No, yeah, you gotta be you or whatever that is. No, I'm trying to be truthful. And I guess I'm a risk taker. I'm foolish. I gotta have these things staged, but I gotta stage them better where it seems to be live and authentic, but like it's planned out and I know which one is which. And then people can say it's amazing. He does all these live things. He never gets it wrong. I got to figure out how to do that instead of just going cold like this and getting it wrong and be all shamed on the internet. Like Bernie Sanders said, you can't win them all. At least you get a fourth house out of it. That's right. And he's been doing bad in the primaries. But in the world of international finance capitalism, he's not doing bad. You say, but he's a socialist. You said international finance capitalist. Yeah, well, same thing. Anyway, well, anyway, I'm a little concerned though. Let me try this again. I'm not, you say you just want to drink. You just want to drink. No, not really. I want to get this tasting regimen done just a little bit. Because you notice I didn't pour too much to start with. Yes, I had 2 eggs with breakfast. Yes, I put the Manda hogshead cheese in the Valentina hot sauce. And yes, the onions. And yes, and the extra virgin olive oil. And the cheese. It was good. Then I had some bread and butter and grape jelly. Okay, all right. No big deal. No big deal. So we had a few differences, you and I. No big deal. Okay. Yeah. It seems to have that nutty thing, that nut shell. But then I didn't get it right. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it does have that cornbread stuff. Man, this stuff. I'll be so glad when I'm finished with these American blended whiskeys. You say, why? So you can do a bunch of Canadian blended whiskeys? Oh, well, why you want to bring that up? Why you want to mention that? I have a lot too. I'm going to do the James Fox. I've been having the bottle for like 2 years. I'm about ready to open it. You know, it's about time. The whole liter that I got for $8.99 at Broadway Liquor on you right off. I guess the side of the store faces US Highway 90. The front of the store faces Broadway. Okay. I put Havarti cheese and green onions in my scrambled eggs. Sound like a winner to me. Yeah. But see, I know what it is now, so it's not really blind. It's not blind. That Kentucky Beau has that corn. I don't know why I thought it was the other one, but anyway, I got confused. But I know what some viewers are going to say. No one even cares. No one buys that. You're doing a taste challenge to no purpose. It doesn't matter. It's like slop versus junk, Kool-Aid versus Weilers versus Flavor Aid. That's what it is Weilers versus Flavor Aid. It ain't even up to the Kool-Aid standard. Who cares about Weilers versus Flavor Aid? I agree with that. No one. But I bet you they care about Maruchan versus what's that other ramen noodle brand? The other competitor. I bet you they care about that now. Anyway, it's a washout. I got it wrong. I'm not gonna sit there and just be depressed about it because I don't really care either. But it's fun to do it, I guess. Well, the next time we get back together for our Dawn Busters, which could be a week from now, no joke, I think I'm going to do the Kentucky Beau versus 75 South. 75 South is a pretty dreadful item, really, but it's probably better than Kentucky Beau or Gran Legacy. It's an Albertsons brand. Yeah, it's probably a little better than those. And I didn't say it was good necessarily. I think when you drink these on their own, they're kind of good. It's like they're kind of good, but My track record is pretty good overall. It is pretty good overall. Yes, I agree with that. Especially when I'm doing things that are so monstrously similar one to another. I mean, they're so similar. They're not the same, but they are similar. Now, I get some freebie wins. You know, I get some wins that are no challenge, like the King Square from Florida. You're never going to get that confused because it doesn't smell or taste like any other blended whiskey you ever had. So that's a win. You know you're going to win that. You know, so some of them, you got it. You know, you can't lose. But then some like this, it's tough. It's tough. But I'll be glad. Let's see. It's going to probably take all April to do the Canadian. And then in May, then it's time to crack open the next blended Scotch whiskey, and that's Johnny Walker Blue Label. It better be the best blended whiskey I ever had, since I paid $2.29 plus tax for it. It had better be the best blended whiskey that I ever had and I ever will have, right? Something's telling me it's not going to live up to what I paid, but well. Oh, well, no one made me buy it, right? Maxwell says, good morning, Ron. Good morning to you, Maxwell. You're going to say, you just got that Johnny Walker Blue Label so you could tell people that you bought it and that you had drank it. You could tell people, I've had that before. Yeah, right. Why else would you buy it? Plus, I wanted to try it. I wanted to see. I hear about it, here. I want to try it. So Maxwell's all the way in Russia watching this. All right, well, that's it. We're out. So it was a failure, but yeah, $229 plus tax. It's cheaper in California, $175 plus tax, but I'm not in California, right? I don't feel bad buying the cheap whiskeys when I laid down $229 plus tax for the Johnny Walker Blue. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's that.